it. For every truth, there is an ear somewhere to hear it. For every love, there is a heart somewhere to receive it. Dot and Cheryl, my two favorite girls, my laughter, my love, my family, my heart. Congratulations on this wonderful occasion. How lucky you are to have found one another. How lucky you all are to be here celebrating today. I can't think of two people that are better together. The giving of love is an education in itself. Character may be manifested in the great moments, but it is made in the small ones. I am so happy to have been part of so many of these moments, big and small. With our family, it seems they've been numerous, like being here today, the birthdays, the holidays, the graduations, the days we each received our first Rocca Priori original paintings, the day Cheryl's film was featured in the Provincetown Film Festival, and sharing that moment with her dad and her sisters. The shared secrets, like the PowerPoint slideshow of Liz's surprise wedding. The reception we were all actually invited to. And even smaller moments, like the steamed cheeseburgers. Shout out to Meriden, Connecticut. I know it was The day Snuggies became available in the as seen on TV aisle of your local pharmacy. Yeah. Interpretive dances, cookouts, good wine, good friends, or having the opportunity to go shopping with Dot and Cossey for the perfect dress. Oh boy, did Neil, Yvette, Dot, Mom, Liz, and I have an eventful experience. Though we didn't actually find the dress Dot is wearing today. I'd say in retrospect this fact is actually irrelevant. You look great, by the way. A borderline debacle, I hold my mother personally responsible for the point when the search for the perfect dress turned into a lasting memory. After spending hours in Nordstrom's and Neiman's, where Yvette, Mom, and I played a very convincing Heidi Klum to Neil's Tim Gunn, we secured some options we all agreed on for the time being. In the wedding spirit, and due to its close proximity to legal seafood, we decided we were running David's bridal just to see the options before lunch. Well, there goes Mom. They don't leave her alone for a minute. Well, I tried my best not to touch anything. Mom finds a wedding magazine in David's bridal in a bin by the door. Turning to me with excitement, she says, "Ooh, doesn't this look just like Neil?" Puzzled and surrounded by polyester, I glanced over at our dear friend Neil, staring at the fox fur stole with the same horrified look that I had when I entered the land where bedazzled things go to die. Then I glanced back at the magazine she was holding, then back at dear terrified Neil. Maybe it was the fumes from the plastic that were making her delirious, but I felt I had no choice but to point out the obvious. Mom, our Neil is white. Yes, folks, my mom had chosen a magazine with a handsome gentleman in a tux. And yes, although his eyes were blue and his head was bald, he was also black. Naturally, I was given no choice but to proceed to lunch with both Neils in tow, drank a bottle of wine, and walked down the aisles of Michael's craft store, responding to inquiries about wedding favors solely through the face of a magazine cover. I.e., no, that is ugly. Neil hates sequins. Candles, open flame is illegal. Right after Labor Day. I even took the liberty of inviting other Neil as a backup date to this wedding in case my date didn't come. Quite ironically, when I sent back the RSVP card for the rehearsal dinner stating that Neil doesn't like pesto and opted to go with a ribeye for both me and my date, I didn't stop to think that Shruel would actually be keeping track of the RSVPs rather than Dot. Naturally, there's a bit of confusion. The good news is, my handsome real-life date Jared did join me. The other good news is, so did other Neil. Wait for it.
Congratulations!
Oh my God. Come on.
Neil, where's Neil? Neil, come here.
Neil's behind you.
He's behind you hiding. Deal with the tan.
Dearest Dot, for as long as I can remember, people have told me that I remind them of you. When I was 7, you bought me my first leather jacket and cowboy boots so I could be as cool as you were. Of course, 20-something years from now, lo and behold, Dot circa 1990, we're surely onto something, as everyone you see is rocking boots and biker coats. You were always fabulous. You never needed People magazine to confirm the latest trends. Speaking of People magazine, move over Brangelina. We have a new couple in town. I'm so pleased to be one of the first to officially introduce you all to Rockarusso. But before you judge it, consider your options. I've already tried Shirthy and Durl.
That's Dot and Shirt.
Yeah.
Doll and Shirt.
You no longer hate Rockarusso. Growing up, I wanted to be like you. Now I know I am. Not just because you're both so really, really ridiculously good looking. Sense of humor and everything, and understand that tardiness is socially acceptable. And your destination with food and booze. Once everyone gets a good buzz on and the jokes begin, it will be made evident that your presence was worth the wait. As an adult, I've tried to emulate the characteristics of you and my mother. My mother's selflessness, coupled with your spirit for life. If I have become even a slight compilation of the two of you, there is no greater compliment in this world than comparison. This world is full of people that hold too tightly each tradition and opinion. My mom got rid of my father when I was 2, and it was the best decision she could have made for all of us. Wasn't as common as it would ever become. I was one of the first kids in my school and my church from what was deemed by society as a broken home. Even when I was young, I knew there was something invalid about the term, so commonly used for a child growing up with parents who were no longer together. There was nothing broken about my family. And looking back, I know it was the strong support I always had and the love I always felt. My mom had no choice but to be there. She went above and beyond what any parent is expected to do, and my sister and I turned out just fine because of it. She had the help of her mom, and although Mimi could not be here today, I know she is looking down from heaven with the warmest wishes for both of you. There was also you, Dot. We weren't your kids, and you weren't required to be there, but you were. You made a choice to care and to be involved. You were present, you were our rock, you made us laugh. I never faltered because I lacked a father figure. I succeeded because I had 2 of the most wonderful role models anyone could ask for. When people say marriage is between man and woman, when people say family is defined by mom and dad, I say life is yours to create. Every day I wake up, I feel blessed. Joy is not in things, it is in us. And this family has brought me so much joy. Cheryl, adding you to our family